Welcome, everybody, and welcome back, Blaine Patrick Smith. I'm so glad to have you back, Blaine.
I'm so happy to be here. Look at this. Even my Christmas cactus wanted to make a nice appearance.
Oh, I love Christmas cactus.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've had this one for 25 plus years, and I stole it from my stepdad, so I don't even know how old it is.
oh my God, really?
Oh yeah. I know it's the longest relationship I've had. But that's not true. I have friends from that. I have friends from before then, but
You have friends from that time. Yeah.
She has lasted through many moves and many years.
That's
so
amazing.
Showing up for me at the holidays right now.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for telling me that, because I've had periods of time where I have a money tree. It's not in this room, and you know what they are. And I've had 3 of them, but they've been lost with businesses he worked for. But they're like always going through the roof. And that's the only thing I can seem to keep alive. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. It's so great to see you. I know we shuffled around a little bit, and I'm grateful to be here today.
Oh, I'm grateful to have you. I am. It's been a tough fall term for me, and I had to back off of some things, but I finally had Bernie on 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whatever it was, and I'm so happy to have you here. So thank you.
Oh, it's so great to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Are all the Christmas lights and things up in Portland?
Oh yes, people here. We got a tree Thanksgiving weekend, decorated soon after. His cat has already destroyed a couple of things. But people in Portland love decorating for really any holiday. So it was the Halloween lights, the purple and oranges came down, and then immediately the Christmas lights came up. And love an ironic inflatable Santa or an inflatable dragon with a Santa hat, or there's just so many different. I love the joy that people have for the holiday.
Portland people are very joyful and kind-hearted people. They very much are.
So it's nice. Particularly we're talking about the weather right now. So with this atmospheric river, it's nice to see the Christmas lights shining through the inches of rain that we're getting right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're both suffering with that. I heard they put a weather plane out off the Pacific to go in there and see what we were going to be expecting in a couple of hours. It'll be interesting. But it just goes. And I don't, I know rain, but these atmospheric rivers are pretty new for us here.
Yes.
And
they
dump a lot.
They dump a lot. So hopefully we'll keep power lines. Hopefully we won't get landslides and things.
It's a mess. So, absolutely. All right. So hello, Brandon 3T and Mary Thornberry's here. Tapioca Thievery. Welcome. Mangled Unicorn. Hello. Janice Outdated and Ness. Hi, Ness. Put in hashtag Santa if you'd like to be in the poll for readings, everybody. Hello, Anita. How are you? Your birthday's coming up. TW 4353. Welcome. We have Juanita. By Starfire. We have Viviani and Lottie. Let's see. I'm trying to just grab whoever's here. And Pamela Studley, it's nice to see you. And I saw you in the last show. Thank you for being here. Dawn Turner. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Marina.
Hello, everyone.
And we have, I don't know. Do we have anybody else? Michelle Krantz. Thank you. Wonderful. So put in hashtag Santa. Let us know when we call your name that you're here and whatever your question is. Hi, Share Spirit. It's great to see you. It's wonderful to have you. You don't know Blaine? No, Juanita? He's been on several times, and he's also been on, with Marina on her channel. So yes, he's a great reader. He's fabulous. Yeah. Did you get any new card decks recently?
I have not. No, I've been trying to do my best to cut back. Because then it becomes the thing where when I was a kid, someone, I think it was an aunt, gave me a ceramic cow bank, but the cow was dressed up in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. And then so it became a thing where people started giving me ceramic cows. So for a year, and so I just had to peacefully. I know it's funny because I was just watching. There was a Frasier episode where Roz, if you
Uh-huh.
remember the show at all, I think her aunt started buying her hippos, and so every year would give her more hippos. So for a while it was ceramic cows, cow banks,
Uh-huh.
cow sugar bowls, and then so for a little bit, and I'm grateful for it. So a little bit, it's been the easy gift has been tarot decks,
Cards.
friends, which is wonderful, and I love to experiment
Yes.
with them. And then as we have our,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to some my favorite decks here. You want to learn with them, play with them, experience them a little bit, get to
Yeah.
know them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a glut right now, so I'm trying. Also, they're so good. I just want to buy more of them. And
Oh, I know. It's
I know
it's a horrible disease to have
oh,
that we're addicted to the cards, but that's okay.
yes,
That's okay.
yes. But I
I'm
love,
gonna finally get rid of some of them. I think I'm gonna sell them or something because I don't use some of them. And that, you know how it is. You look at the deck and it doesn't resonate or it just doesn't
yeah,
work for you. Yeah. Yeah.
always a good gift, maybe.
Yes,
As
it is.
someone,
It is a good
some
gift. Yes.
creator on one of the other apps I think I saw recently, like you have to either give or steal a deck. You can't buy a deck. It's bad luck. I was like, I don't buy all that. But
Oh God. Then
you do,
I'm in the bad luck zone if that's true because I have, yeah, you have that addiction. Do a giveaway. Yeah, I could. And Marina
yeah,
says it's an addiction. Yes, it
yeah,
is. Yep,
absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. Hi,
yeah.
Paul. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So go ahead and put in hashtag Santa. And hi, Leslie, if you'd like to be in the poll for a drawing. And yeah, so I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to also say that welcome to new subscribers. Welcome to new people. I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah.
happy to have you here. And I hit 50,000 subscribers last night. So
Congratulations. That's
I know
incredible.
it's
That's
wonderful. Thank
wonderful.
you. Yeah.
Yes, well done. Well done.
All right. So here we go. And I'll be pulling 3 and it's just easier than stopping every time. So I'll be pulling
Yeah,
3. Let us know you're here and what your question is. All right. So
I love
Mangled,
Mango Unicorn.
you're first. And you don't, if you put it in 20 times, it only comes in once, just so you know. So you can do it either on Blaine's channel or mine. It doesn't matter. It will come up in this show. All right. Woo-hoo. All right, Dawn.
All right, I recognize one.
Yes. All right. So Mangled, and then Dawn, and then dun da 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 TW 4353. All right. So those are the first drawings that we have. And I'm going to take that down and put us back in here so you can see. Thanks, Ness, for doing that. Very nice. All right. So did we hear TW's here? Thank you for letting me know. Just now tell us what you want to be read by. All right. Here is the question for Mangled Unicorn. Wonderful. So,
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah. Dawn, don't forget to put your question in. First one without, it's the first. Oh, okay. So this is, she tells us that this holiday is the first one without her dad and the first one without her new bonus child. Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
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 So I wasn't sure if this was around me. And then now that I'm hearing some follow-up, it's the 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords energy is not great energy. It is anxiety. Often it is nightmares. It's a lot of fears. It's a lot of the things that feel worse in the dark, the things that hit us in the middle of the night we worry about. So I wonder if beyond just sort of issues of grief and loss and missing those who aren't there, if you're feeling some anxiety around the holiday and maybe feeling some anxiety around what you are going to feel this holiday season. And I would just say, I'll pull another one to get some context or an action. But I would just say, if it's okay to miss people, and it's okay if things feel different this year, because they are different this year. And to pretend that they are not different is actually making the problem worse. So if you are missing some, noticing the changes in the family structure or in the traditions, and it feels sad or fearful or anxiety producing, it's okay. We get it, and it should be, because if it wasn't, if we didn't, the thing I love / hate about grief is we wouldn't feel it if we didn't miss someone, if we didn't feel their
True.
absence in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you see, Aley? I'm going to pull another one and think about.
Okay. Yeah. So
That's the thinker. Yeah, this is all about mental energy and negative mental energy.
Yeah. And I think that makes so much sense. You're absolutely right. In the dark, things are a little more depressing. And actually, even in the dark with Christmas lights, it brings you back to all those Christmases with the Christmas light. It really does. It's a very nostalgic time of year. So I'm getting here, though. You're under a lucky star, Mangled. And so it says it's time to take a chance again. And so maybe what that means is start a new tradition. Do something that you can build on, even when the other isn't there. And maybe with that child, that bonus child, you could do like a Zoom chat, and share some eggnog together or whatever it is. They're saying that you are such a giver, and you must always remember that receiving is part of that flow. So always receive gracefully. People want to do what they're doing for you. The last thing I have is candle magic, and this is from the Yule witches thing. I know it says, finger the spine and caress thy lips, light the spell spilling from your grip. So spend some time maybe doing some candle gazing. I don't know if you've ever done it. You can do that, of course, with candles. Some people don't have a fireplace, so I would have said that too. But just look in there and see if you can see anything, and make wishes, because wishes always are there for us to make. So what else did you get, Blaine?
So I pulled it as a sort of an action around how to deal with these feelings if they're coming up, and it's affluence, which I was reading a little bit. It's not so much, and I mean, God bless if you have material affluence. We don't always have that, and we sometimes worry about it. It is also about, there's a message of gratitude in there. So it is kind of it is easy sometimes at these times of year. I have both of my parents are passed over. This time of year, particularly Christmas was my mom loved Christmas, and a lot of my Christmas traditions are around my mom. She got us ornaments every year. So I have a tree full of ornaments. She quilted, so my stocking, and it's great, and I love it, and I do it for my brother. I still do it for my brother after she died, because I want us to still have that tradition. But so much of, and so it is a weird blessing at the holidays that I both miss my mother terribly, and I'm also thankful for the traditions and the spiritual affluence that I have in that. So there is acknowledge that things are different, acknowledge that things hurt and we miss people, but also don't let that completely overshadow the good that there is out there, the light that there is out there. And as you said that this is total overthinker. So this, again, this feeling scared, alone in the dark, a lot of this is things will look clearer by the light of day. And it's, even if we're coming up on the solstice, we are coming in that longest night where things are going to feel the darkest, perhaps. And just remember that things will feel better in the clear light of our solar day, let's say. And so if this is hitting home, if this is feeling it, not to, feel grateful for what you have and invest into those spiritual riches. I think that's the affluence message that I'm seeing.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, God. Senior year for the kids. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Transition time for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're at the door for college and leaving, or whatever it is that they're going to do as well. Yeah. So if you have some traditions that you can come up with that will be helpful for you for that transition as well. Yeah.
Right.
Hello, Sun Psychic.
A lot of is coming up.
Yeah.
More
it's
changes.
Wonderful to see you. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. So we have Dawn Turner next. Thank you, TW. Dawn. I got your question too. Thank you. All right. So Dawn, am I going forward with my WCB in the way I need to be successful?
WCB.
We're not familiar with what that means, honey. Just let us know. But We could probably just
Something,
read
maybe
the energy.
something business. I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's ask around.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's interesting around. So we have our fun little 4 of coins. Now, so our 4 of coins is workers' compensation board. Okay. The appeals. 4 of coins energy is around protection, and sometimes it's saving. It is often the sort of the sense of like save up for a hard winter, protect what we have, put up shields, put it in a bank, save for the sake of saving. And so in this aspect, around the workers' compensation board, it feels like there's going to be it feels like there's going to be some work there, some
I get the
protection
same.
energy. There's a need for protection, and protection of coin, protection of resources. There is a sort of lesson in this one that we should avoid blocking ourselves up. Don't block up your energy. Energy is meant to flow. Resources are meant to flow, both material and energetic, and that we can sometimes be so focused on saving for a rainy day, saving for a hard time, that it blocks us up and it shuts us down. They owe a lot of money. So I won't necessarily say around that. I'm just talking about maybe your energy, the idea of money in that, the protective aspect. So I would say watch out where you're feeling overprotective, or entirely focused on the money, because it may be blocking you in further
Oh
aspects
yeah,
of
you
life.
got to let it flow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's very,
Yeah.
financial insecurity or big checks coming or things that are owed to us. It sometimes feels like that is the only thing on
Yes.
our mind right now. We are holding on to it. We are putting our feet on it. We will not budge on this issue. And it may be that is, it may just be that that's at a standstill right now, and you might need to just let your energy work around it in other ways. But I'm gonna pull an action card and see what I got. What do you see, energy?
Okay. Well, interesting, Dawn. I'm getting that it's going to still take a bit of a while because I get the turtle. The turtle is slow moving. However, the turtle usually makes very big progress as he goes. And this could be what the energy that you're actually sitting in at this point. Okay. So it could be you're tired of waiting, and I would be too if you were waiting on the money. But it's very hard at this point. Like Blaine said, we can get stuck in our focus and not allow that flow to come in. The next card I got is the steering wheel, and it's saying you want the control, and I don't blame you. You want that money is owed to you, and you're tired of this. And so I think that you will be in the driver's seat during this appeal, that you're going to give them some good reasons why you should be getting this money. And so I like that because you're behind the steering wheel. The next one I get is very positive. I got the Buddha, and the Buddha, woo, very beautiful. It says, positive thinking and understanding, you'll fulfill your destiny. And so I believe that this will come to you. I just believe still, as Blaine said, that we need to let that flow. And, when I saw that card, I thought to myself, it almost looks like the person is grasping the money. And I wonder if that is the labor board. It's like, we don't want to give up. We don't want to give up that money if we,
right.
this, yeah. Anyway, that's your reading though. I don't want to hijack your reading. So.
Well, as we always love to do, we bounce off each other, because it's strange, because I pulled another one, didn't make much sense, and then you pulled up your Buddha, and I was like, oh, this one is about knowledge.
Oh, all right, there you go. Wonderful. Okay,
so
good.
The message with this one is, no matter where we are always teachable. So there was always, and I hate to say that you are waiting on someone else clutching the money and that you have to do more work, but this may be, and connecting it to the Buddha, in that may be the guide for some teaching. Or is there just is there more research you can do? How can you, it sucks, and it's not fair that we have to work to get what's rightfully owed to us, but sometimes we have to try a new tack, find a teacher, and maybe the idea around teaching the Buddha of accepting help, seeking out a wiser person, someone who can guide us along this path, or perhaps even just broadening our own knowledge base, and maybe that there is something that can be found in research, in connecting around new knowledge of the situation, because it just feels like really stuck energy and a lot of fixation on this, which 100% makes sense. And you are rightfully owed something that you're having to fight to get again, and that's not fair. There's just no way that that's not fair.
So she's in Canada, and I've had to deal with the same thing for unemployment compensation. And we do the same. They do the same thing here in the U.S., Dawn.
Yeah.
You have to know their policies, and you have to know which button to click, because if you click this one, it sends you to the Netherlands, you know? So, I send you lots of good juju, and hope that this, takes care of things. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So everybody, we do pull for readings. You have to put in the hashtag or the £, for some of you who don't know what I mean, with the word Santa. And we'll be pulling again for more, 3 more. And we'll be doing that for a while till we're done. All right. So TW's niece's cat got spooked and took off. You've been looking since December 1st. It's so cold in Montreal. Does someone have her, or has she passed? I'm sorry. The cat's name is Minnie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's very sad. Yeah.
Okay. So I will first off just say that I don't know, like I don't want to say that I can say where she is specifically. I want to say more, I want to deal with more where you're at, perhaps where your niece is at, sort of the emotional world of dealing with this situation. I won't make any claims that I can predict about it, but I did pull, and it is a forest. Now it's the 10 of coins. So it is around, it's around family, it's around longevity, it's around building a stable home. It is about abundant resources. And so I'm going to chew this one over as we're thinking about this.
Okay.
But I do want to say that I know you're trying to take care of your niece. She is trying to take care of the kitten. And I just want to, I don't know if you can even see my partner's cat. I love her, and she's already destroyed some Christmas displays, and you got me good recently, and it hurts. But I would be so worried and terrified if she got out. Particularly, she just went through a move from the Southwest. And so that thought of if she got out, we don't know. So I just want to say, it feels like a dark place in the woods. And I know it's Montreal. That's not helpful. So let's see if I can pull anything around some clarity. I don't know, Aley, what are you seeing around that?
It's very interesting, because what I have is I got an angel actually that says expect miracles. So I know that you've been knocking on doors, that you have been doing flyers and things like that. I just wonder if there's any kinds of woods behind your niece's home, and maybe the cat went out to the woods, and when they came back, somebody picked it up and was worried about it and put it in their house, because that happened with my dog. My neighbor across the street, who I never knew, and he didn't know me, he didn't know I had a dog, and he had my dog. So I feel like there's some kind of a miracle coming, but it says that your prayers will be answered. Now, I don't know about a time frame or anything, but the other thing is, isn't there it's like a Craigslist place? You could say missing cat or next door. We have this thing called Next Door. There are woods there. Okay. So go ahead and go in, take it if you can. The next one it says you build community. So maybe you can get more people to help you look for the cat around your community. And it says, be sure you use attention to detail. Go knock on the door of the neighbors and, explain what's going on. And it says here, telling stories. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? So TW, is there a Tim Hortons in the neighborhood? put a flyer up there. Is there, talk to the people that are around that that go into that area, gas station, some of that stuff. And I know that you've done a lot of that. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling positive for you, though.
As told new moon, which now that I'm seeing, because the new moon is around a new thing beginning, a new chapter. And now as I'm looking at my 10 of coins here, the 10 is about the end, the close. So I'm wondering if, piggybacking off of Aley is the angel, the miracle, I'm kind of wondering if, like she suggested, it might be that someone found the cat, didn't know who it belonged to, or really likes Minnie and decided to give Minnie a good home. And in fact, that maybe it'll be sad for your niece and the family, but it might be that Minnie is starting a new chapter in someone else's home, where this is, I mean, the 10 of coins is about like taking care of family and longevity. And so I'm wondering if we're seeing closing of one cycle, beginning of another. I also looking at even just the literal images here. Again, I will fully say I cannot predict or pinpoint. That's not where my gifts lie. But we do have this forest here, and we do have a new moon. We just had a full moon last week. So I'm wondering if this is actually calendar related and that we won't have more information until we get closer to the new moon. But I feel like there's a good person out there who has found Minnie and is taking care of Minnie.
Yeah.
Either doesn't know how to get Minnie back to where Minnie belongs, or is just like, well, I keep seeing it online. It's the cat relocation program, the universal cat relocation program. Cats just kind of come and go, and then they'll just sometimes choose new people to start new chapters. And so I feel like Minnie is, I feel hope that she is being taken care of, but I do understand how hard that is on your niece. And just reflect that you are a kind person in trying to help out your niece in this way. And I can obviously see the love in both of those relationships towards Minnie and also you towards your niece. So we want those angel cards to be, and those miracle cards to feel true.
That's right. That's right.
As long as she says,
that's the way I would feel as well. That's the hardest thing, not knowing. So yeah, TW, we wish her well. I bet
it's hard on the niece to think that she spooked her into putting her in danger. So I want, if I could give advice, like I would want your niece to give herself some grace. And cats, they get spooked over things. Like if she's feeling guilty at all around this, cats are very resilient creatures, and they're very, in the best way, they're opportunistic. And so perhaps Minnie did get spooked, and I think maybe Minnie is being taken care of. Yeah. We hope.
If she does get Minnie back, make sure she chips her, because that's saved a lot. If you have a cat or a dog and you find them and you just take them to any vet's office, they will scan the chip and call you. It saved my life more than once. So I'm just going to put this up. Andrea, today's your dad Hector's anniversary for when he was called home. May I ask for beautiful spiritual sister, brother, and family to pray? Absolutely. We always stop to do that, Andrea. Lots of love for your family, and your dad, and these are the times near the holidays and when there are death dates or birthdays that they're around us, and so he is around you, I believe. Yeah.
And then anniversaries are always hard.
They are hard. Yeah, they really are. All right, so we'll be pulling for the next 3. Thanks, everybody. All right.
I wish I had like little jingle bells for the
yeah, that's fun. Juanita, we're Joe. Yes, so you're in the first, and give us what your question is. These are random. All right. Mary.
Nita and Mary. Okay, well, while we're doing this, I'll do the obligatory plugging. If you haven't already, like, follow, share, subscribe. You're clearly already here, so you're following one of us, but then do us the courtesy of following the other. We would love it. Get us out to a wider audience. If you want personalized readings, if you know someone's holiday season, if you want to give the gift, I came up with my own gift certificate system.
Good.
If you want, it's something that sometimes, like, I know several people in my life that I would give a session to because they would never do it for themselves, but they would benefit immensely. And you know people in your life that are like that. They're either too proud, too hesitant, I don't need the fuss. But sometimes it's a little bit like a spa, it's like a spa gift certificate. It's a little bit of fuss on someone who probably doesn't get a lot of fuss sometimes, and it feels really nice. So you can go to my website, blainepatricksmith.com. Aley's website as well. You follow, share all of the things. And what else? What am I missing on our obligatory
I
plug?
want you on my show every day so you can do this spiel. That's wonderful. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you so much.
Right, Juanita.
All right. So Juanita, thank you for putting it in. Mary Thornberry, put your question in, and Ness. And then we will be here for you. Thank you.
All right, Juanita. Well, first off, congratulations on your new job. I hope you're enjoying it because you got big King of Wands energy. So that is, I hope whatever it is you're doing is really connected to your passion, your drive, your creativity, what inspires you. I hope you feel inspired every day to go and sit like a king in this new job, and to lead with a charisma, to lead with your creativity, to lead with your passions, your desires, and inspire others, get others to do the same. This is all about action. And so I would say, if you are not feeling this, is there someone in your life who puts off big King of Fire energy? This is fire energy. So if it is, like, lean on that person. Doesn't have, just because it's the king doesn't mean it has to be a man. That's what I love about the tarot. I like to practice the specific genders because I think they have different symbolic representations, but that doesn't mean that, you get a king and it's supposed to be a man in your life, or you get a queen and it's supposed to be a woman. We all have those energies within us. So this is all about leading through creativity, charisma, force of personality. And so I hope at your new job, this feels like it. Or if it feels like it's a rough week, tap into this, like, how am I going to get through this week? What do you see, Aley?
Well, I have the angels around you. I got the feather. Yeah. I mean, you've been waiting for a long time for this to happen, and it's happening. And it says here, that you are connected, and look for the signs from the angels. Whenever you're feeling like maybe you're a little confused or whatever it is, you can always say, come on in, archangels, I need your help. And they'll be there, or your own personal angel. I have here that you're beginning to focus more on the future, which is the camera. And the camera is saying, this is the time of year that we get a bit nostalgic as well. So hopefully you're going to be meeting and making friends with some of your coworkers, and you're going to feel really comfortable. And, like it's a good atmosphere for you to go to each day. And finally, it says that I got the ballerina, and the ballerina is all about balance, but also discipline, gracefulness, and practice and perfection. So whatever it is you're trying to learn in this new job, do not be concerned that you have to learn it right this moment now, never hear about it again, because it takes practice for us always, just like it does for the ballerina to perfect their craft. So that's what I get. Yeah.
I follow up, pulled protection. You were protected. Ooh, you are good on all fronts. Your friends are looking out for you. You're protected on all fronts. And so with that, to piggyback on Aley's camera, the idea of moving forward, you're protected. So whatever you've been planning, whatever you've been hoping, follow that fire desire energy and know that they've got your back, and keep doing it. Move forward. Do the thing that you want. Do it in the way that you want. Trust yourself, because you got a team of support at your beck and call.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, Juanita. Enjoy. Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. So the next reading is from Mary Thornberry. She wonders what to expect.
I didn't mean to laugh about. I did not find 2025 great either. I'm with you on.
Oh, we hated it.
Yeah. Ernie, my boyfriend, ran our astrology through ChatGPT to compare it, and so apparently we're supposed to have good and profitable 2026s. So we all could use good and profitable.
We could all use it, and it's coming up. This is a 9-year. We're getting rid of a bunch of junk, and we're going into a 1 year. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
thank goodness. Yeah.
New starts.
Right. Mary, you didn't find 2025 that great, which affected your attitude. So, okay. So you're really looking at energy for surrounding your own personal life in 2026. Right. So, yeah.
So 5 of Swords, which is again where, as you talked about your attitude, this is around our thoughts and how we think. There is a bit of going it alone energy. There is a bit of isolation involved in this one. There is kind of conflict involved in this, and it's a 5, so it's right in the middle of a cycle. And so I'm wondering, like we see the image of this lone vulture standing over these fallen swords, except one is in the ground. And I really love to work off of the image. So the idea of the sword is at its most useless when it's pointed in the ground. It's not doing anyone good. It's actually inactive. So I wonder if, and I always like to think when things are pointed down, because if you imagine if this was on a table in front of you, that sword would be pointed right at you. It tends to me to indicate that the focus has been towards yourself or on your present moment. And of course, 2025, has been awful for a lot of people. And I absolutely see you that you are ready for something new. But it's often around fighting battles that don't need to be fought. So where are you putting your thoughts? Where are you putting your energy? Some battles absolutely need to be fought. And some we fight for the sake of spitefulness, revenge. And so as this is around your own attitude, I'm wondering if there are thoughts, if there are swords, if there are patterns, attitudes that you don't need to, you can let go of going into this next year, because some of this is arguing for the sake of arguing. And it's not doing anyone any good. Like the sword is a tool and a weapon. And at this point, none of these tools and weapons are in use right now. They are either being cast aside or they are driven into the ground, which again, if you were sitting at a table, that sword is being pointed right at you with the vulture on top, a sign that there is no new life coming from that attitude. So
and that's it. Your attitude needs fixing. Yep.
Some of this is, there are a lot, and I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I know in the global life, the cultural life, it sucks. And we all want to fight, and we want to fight with each other. Yeah. But sometimes we're just wasting our own energy doing that. Yeah. And fighting ourselves most often. So if it's possible, I'm going to pull an action card about maybe how to get past that into the next year. But I think it's time for you to acknowledge, just let some things go. You're it's again, the 5 in the middle of the cycle between 1 to 10. So how can you move yourself forward through that cycle? And some of it is just putting down the sword to fight. Like it's time to reinvest in how you're thinking around yourself.
Awesome. Lottie wants to know what deck that is.
Oh, I love this deck. It is the Spacious Tarot.
Okay.
And it is here. I'll even give you. So it's very smart and
beautiful pictures. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's very kind. There's almost no, really only the court cards have, and they're all animals generally. It's colorful. It's very kind. I found, unfortunately, I bought a knockoff version on Etsy, and then went back and further bought the actual from the artists themselves, so that they get their very due money. So I actually have 2 decks. One of them, the cheap one, I use as a travel deck. That is,
there you go.
One of my absolute favorites.
That's wonderful. And yeah, in the chat, people are saying sometimes the messages are for more than one person, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
It can happen. It has happened. So, Mary, I have a safe, but look at the safe. It's got lots of money in it. Woo! So, what you value is safe, it says. Now, I know you say you need a tractor fixed. I have here that there is some hidden information that you may not be aware of. And why do I think it might be somebody that can help you with that? And you can do a swap of some kind. I get the wax seal is next, and it's an invitation to seal a deal. So this is why I brought this up, because I don't know if that's true or not, that there's somebody knows somebody, or you know what I mean. Or maybe you can even find the part you need, like in a junkyard or whatever. I don't know, Mary, but yes, it does come from being more fluid in your thoughts, being more fluid in your beliefs, that things will get better because change is on the horizon.
Oh.
And I love this because it's an active change. You can see and it reminds me of saw blades. You know, it's like zooming down the street for you and for so many more of us. So stay with the flow, Mary, because change is on the way for you. Yeah.
So then my follow-up of how to deal with that 5 of Swords energy is healer. So
yeah,
I would say physician, heal thyself. It may be around finding someone else to help you facilitate the change that Aley was just talking about, but it's often within ourselves to put down the swords and to move away from how we think. Because some, thoughts and feelings, I love them, but they come and go, they change so fast, and sometimes we give them too much power over us.
Yeah.
How can you focus your eye upon a healing point of view? Understand that it's been a hard year. Understand that there's been battles. And how can you move towards seeing through that to something deeper, something higher, something more beneficial to you, something to unlock that safe? Because again, that safe is a message and an image of gold within. So open the door and let the gold out. Sometimes we worry too much about fighting and we don't actually share the gold. And so work on how can you heal thyself.
Right. I love that. And isn't that the Egyptian Eye of Horus or something like that? I think
I believe this one is the eye of Horus. Yeah.
Is it Horus? I think so. Yeah.
Horus. Yeah. I had a friend it was a clay medallion when I was in college with the Eye of Horus on it. I can't, but it is a very healing. It is a healing icon.
It's a healing icon. You're right. Wonderful. I love it. All right. We will be pulling for 3 more after this. This is Nessa's question. What outcomes can I expect from my writing project out of the world? This is the question that is keeping her up at night. Yeah.
All right. Well, first off, I'm curious. I'm excited about this writing project. It is, I suspect, a very personal venture that it does cause some anxiety to put it out into the world. Particularly, it is, here, let me put my card here it will be out in the world in 2026. Oh, I love this.
A good year. Oh, look. Yeah.
Beginning, something new. Look at the effort with which this is. And again, swords, so it's around thoughts. So I love this. The ace, I've sometimes seen the Ace of Swords represented as the sword is like a pen itself, like the nib of a fountain pen is the actual blade. And so I love this idea of something new is coming. And it is going to be a new way of thinking. It's going to be a new way of communicating. And I love to see that there's this crown there with the laurel hanging down. So it to me suggests success and accolades. I know I wrote a memoir during the pandemic that I spent a year writing. I spent 6 months editing and revising, and then I spent a good chunk of the next part of the year trying to sell it to agents. It is still on a shelf. It is not going anywhere yet, but it is both exciting to want to get it out there, and it is also nerve-wracking. I would say this is, again, all about your thoughts. So it might also be inviting you to chill out a little bit, kind of going back to earlier when we had that 9 of Swords energy. The anxieties, we do this to ourselves. So it's inviting you both as if this is a new thing, but it's for you to have a new way of thinking. So maybe it's a new sense of peace that you can give to yourself. If it's out there, unfortunately, we lose control. Once we let our thing out of our grasp, we lose the control over it that we love having. And that can cause some anxiety and some fears and
Oh,
some
yeah.
trepidation. And it just encourages, I think, I'm gonna pull an action card, but just to, if you can, give yourself some grace and also understand you are handing this sword off to someone else and you don't know what they're going to do with it yet. And that can cause some fear. Aley, what do you see?
Well, I see that this was quite a healing thing for you, Ness, what it is that you've accomplished. And it's almost like doing Reiki on yourself in a way. Look at the hand is on there. And this was bringing the fragmented parts together for you. And so it's a beautiful thing that's coming for you. And I got the same thing as far as sitting back. I get laziness. It's like you sit back and have a few drinks and take a rest, because it's going to be very, very busy for you next year, because a breakthrough is about to happen for you. And I just love this. It's like smashed to smithereens. And there you go. You're going to take off. So make sure you do take the time to relax and be lazy and enjoy it, and realize that this healing journey that you've been on is going to bring you to a huge breakthrough. So, yeah.
Power.
Oh, wow.
So things are coming, big things, new things. And if you're sitting with, and it's okay to feel, it's okay if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling worried, you're feeling the darker side of the coin around this coming out. Of course you are. You put, I suspect, a lot of yourself into it. And it's hard when we open up and show the world our inner bits, but know that it will bring power. This is a powerful thing that you're doing, and it will bring in a new sense of everything, a new way of thinking, communicating. So it feels very good. And I want to say congratulations. That is also, like, give yourself, don't so much focus on the end of the road, but acknowledge that where you are on this path.
Yeah. Yep.
The work that you've put in to get to where you are now. And don't, just because a thing is coming out eventually, don't like give yourself the credit and the praise right now that it's you've made it this far. You did it. You got it. You're getting it out into the world. And yes, we're feeling very good about this. We feel very optimistic.
Yes, absolutely. That's great. Congratulations, Ness. Yeah. All right. So we are going to pull 3 more here.
This is when we'll just cut in some jingle bell sounds,
Jingle bells.
We're here to ring.
All right. Cheryl Manalo, you're the first one. All right. Make sure you tell us you're here and that and give us your question if you would. All right. Ellen,
wonderful.
All right. And Andrea. All right, sweetheart. All right. Back to this, remove this, put us closer. There you go. All right. So, yes, so many cards do pertain to all of us in the chat. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for recognizing that. I hear that all the time, saying, oh, I'll take that one. I'll take that answer.
Well, I think that's as we come together as, I wish I could see everyone else's faces that have joined us, but as we were all sitting around the room, it's a community, it's a collective energy. And so we're all contributing to this experience. So of course, these are not necessarily personalized experience for whoever. This is we're all in this big boat together.
So it's very true. I'm just going to give a minute to say that in January, I'm doing a class. It's called Spiritual Alchemy and Journaling. And you can find my information on my website at heartandsoulconnected.online. It will be 5 Sundays between 2 and 4 Pacific. So you can figure that out for your time zone. And there's a book we'll be reading from. And it's for 5 weeks, $50. $10 a time. It just comes out at the beginning. If you're a member, you also get $5 off. So just let us know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing your Christmas tree earrings. Those are adorable. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's I drag them out and I say it's never enough time to wear these,
I know,
All
right?
Yeah. All right. So Cheryl, we're waiting on your question. Oh, there it is. I found it. Thank you. A few cards for 2026. So we got yours, we got Ellen's. All right. All right. Thanks.
9 of Wands. You're almost there. Wherever it is you want to go, wherever it is that your heart desires, that your passions, your creativity are taking you to, you are almost there. You're at that 9. This one does have a word of warning in that keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on the rose. Don't get lost in the jungle of different energies, different influences, sometimes different people. Keep your eye on what it is that you have been working toward, and know that feel it. Keep that, again, this is a wand, so it's a fire card. Like, keep that energy burning within you, and just know that you may come across some stumbles, some brambles, some distractions, and keep your eye focused on what it is you want. And I'll pull another one here and see some context. What are you getting, Aley?
Well, this is interesting because I get there's people all around you, and it's like we are the world. It's like there's your distractions that he was talking about, and it's good distractions in some cases because it lights. We're like a ripple effect. And if you haven't watched the movie on Netflix or the series called Ripple, it's very spiritual, and we ripple affect everybody. So check it out. It's an 8-part series. The next one I get is turning in. So there again, it complements what Blake has said, because we need to sit quietly and just sit with ourselves and tune in. And, they say, tune in and turn on. And is this a hard time of year for you? I think that it's going to get better next year because there's some sorrow perhaps around this particular time of year. But, we all have that. But they're saying you're warming up. Things are just getting started for you for 2026. So don't let anything that's sad come to mind. Think more of the positive for yourself.
It's interesting you pulled sorrow, because then my follow-up was water. So it leads me to, while this one is definitely fire energy, trust your desire. This is about action. This also, I feel like you're being encouraged to, if you are feeling sorrow this time of year, it's okay. It's all right. Sit with your water, which is your emotional energy, and know that water flows. It's going to have a flow. It has tides. Your emotions also will come and go. If you you can't, and I love the idea of emotional energy as water imagery. Like, you cannot stop the flow of a river. If you can stand in the middle of it, and all you can do, you can either stand against it and or you can just float and trust that the water will take you where it needs to take you. So if Aley's sorrow card is ringing true, it's okay. It's all right. And it doesn't mean that you will lose track of this rose. You will lose track of where you are heading, where you have been heading. And this is, again, it's just part of the process of life. We have all these different energies within us. And so there's plenty of space to be both the desire of where you want to be, and if there is emotional energy around it, just let it flow, and know that it will. Yeah, and trust in, Aley was talking about the ripple, the idea of the same thing, that we ripple out, and we affect others, and we are affected by others. But
it's amazing. And I often think, how many times do we walk by each other in life, and we don't meet each other, but then maybe at some point you'll say, I was in New York then, I was in Pennsylvania, whatever it was. Yeah. Okay, so you're a water sign, so some sorrow now.
Yeah.
It will come to pass. It will go from you. You're just getting started, girl. Yeah.
Well, I kind of love the water signs, because y'all know. I mean, my moon is a water sign, so it's just there's a sort of built-in, like, yeah, we do have a lot of emotional energy, and that's part of what makes us amazing. It drives me crazy, the people who deny their emotional intelligence, their emotional energy, and they think that emotional energy makes them weak. It does not.
No.
That rose, I already shuffled the card, but that rose is watered. I mean, it only thrives with water. So
that's right. That's right. My moon is also a water sign, so I understand. Yeah. All right. So Ellen, I heard you're on a train, so I hope you can always come back and listen, but I know you're trying to listen. So whatever spirit thinks you should know is what we will do. All right.
All right, Ellen. Hopefully on a train to somewhere fun. Hopefully not just on a commuter train going into work or coming home.
To work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it, Ness. Thank you. And Mary, I love that. Let your love flow like a mountain stream. Yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, speaking of flowing in water, so Ellen, I pulled the moon here.
Wow.
The moon is always sometimes can be a little tricky because it really asks us to lean into, again, we're going to talk about the tides and emotional tides. The moon is almost always pictured with water nearby, and in this instance, a lobster. And if you can't see it, this is a traditional Ryder Smith image. So we have two dogs barking at the moon with a lobster coming out. And so the moon, so I wonder if things are feeling changeable right now, if things are feeling really malleable. The moon is if you think of the moon as a light source, it changes positions in the sky every night. It changes how bright it is. And the moon, if you look at things by full moon, like, that's not the light that the moon casts. First off, it's reflected light. And it's not how, you can't see the full spectrum of colors in moonlight. It can be a limited way of seeing things, but it also frees us up to really let the darker parts, the shadow parts of our lives, to not be afraid of them, to understand that the perspective on things that feel dark, it's going to change. And so I wonder if things are feeling in your life dark right now. I wonder if things are feeling like there's no solid footing. And to that, I would say, just trust in the cycles of the moon. Trust in that maybe you're being encouraged to see things that are maybe difficult to see, but to see them in a light that is not quite daylight, to see it in a different way, in a new way, and to not fear the shadow, because the moon is essential for life on this earth. If it didn't pull the tides, we would not have certain weather patterns. We would not have the moon. Yeah. We need the moon in our life, even though sometimes it goes away from us, and it's scary. Yep. I don't know, Aley, what are you getting?
Yeah, you know what? This is a healing time for you. I see that you're going through things are in flux, lots of changes, which can unseat us a bit. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But you also got the healing card, which is, I shuffled. I promise I did.
Yeah, I love when it does that.
This absolutely is something that you're going through, whether you feel it right now or not. Know that you are protected and being healed. Is there some money? Are there some money issues? Is someone, and it could be you're having to be a bit of a miser, or is someone else being very miserly, there's no cash flow moving, that kind of, it's a kind of a stoppage. And I think a lot of us are dealing with that. I just heard last night that the movie Home Alone 2, when Kevin goes to get groceries, he spends $19.43 and gets a basket full of groceries. And
New York City.
Yes. And nowadays that would be 250% more. That same groceries from what was it in the 80s, right? That movie would be $75. So that's how much. So we're all having to be a bit more miserly. If we're not going to make it. So if that's happening for you, realize it's happening for all, let it go, or let that person, just say, okay. And it says to embrace playfulness. And I feel like that would lift your vibration if you did, maybe turn on some music and dance around the living room. I don't know. It's silly. Or maybe go sledding or ice skating or something like that, because sweet surprises are coming, and
I love it.
Good things are going to start happening for the new year. Yeah.
So now mine is making a little more sense because as your follow-up, I pulled psychic. So the part about the moon card that I didn't speak about is it is very much connected to dreams, intuition, and our inner selves. And so I
Yeah.
think you are being, I'm seeing that you're confirming that there are a lot of changes.
Mhm.
So, and then I asked what the action was around psychic. Yes, you could go see a psychic. Yes, you could get your cards read. Yes, you could seek out a light worker. But I think
Mhm.
the moon, it's asking you, you're feeling the changes. So go within yourself. How can you lean into your own intuition? How can you, trust dreams right now? The moon is also about dreaming,
Uh-huh.
inner world. How can you trust what the things that you're feeling? So are there intuitional moments that you've had that you've been questioning? Particularly, it's hard when I'm holding up the card in case you can't see. When we feel the change of the moon, that everything changes every night, feels like it's a different playing field. It is
Yeah.
hard to sometimes center in on our own intuitive abilities. But I want to
Mhm.
encourage you that if I asked the sort of where are you at now and got the moon, and then what should you do from there, psychic. If things are
Mhm.
feeling like there is a lot of changes right now, how can you trust in your own third eye, your own intuitive gifts to see your way through it, or to know that you're like, you know what, things are changing and this doesn't feel right. I can see that it doesn't feel right, but maybe others around me are saying it does feel right, but I trust myself. Trust yourself. We all have those gifts within us. And listen to yourself, and it will help guide you through the changing, ever changing tidal moon shift, new moon to full moon kind of everything's up in
Uh-huh.
the air energy of the moon.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you,
Yes, and
Ellen.
good luck.
Yeah, I hope things get a little bit less
Yeah, changes
fluctuating. Yeah.
change is always hard. We all feel them.
Yeah. All right.
And it's
Andrea is next. Um, and then before we go, we will do a collective read after this reading. We'll do a collective. We are a little bit over the hour, but as long as that's fine with you, Blaine, this
oh
one
no,
and the next.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it goes so fast. We
I
could
know
be
it
here. Yeah, I mean,
does. There are
this is
people
a
that go 4 or 5 hours. I just don't have that kind of energy to
yeah.
do it.
No, absolutely not. But um,
Um,
also, I'm curious if anyone I've been if anyone else out there has been. I've been battling a headache off and on for almost a week now. I'm curious
yeah.
if anyone else out there is sensitive, is feeling the energy around there, or if it's just high blood pressure.
No,
So,
no, no. It's the
uh,
solar storms. We are having G3 solar storms, and
yeah,
the energy is really, really bad, and sunspots. So a lot of us are having that, Blaine. Yeah.
because I did walk out of Fernie's apartment this morning. I smelled burnt toast on the wind. I thought, oh no, am I having a stroke? And then I got in my car and I didn't smell it. So it's fine. But this is all right.
No.
Let me
Check it
clear out
out
my.
though if it continues, because you know that's
Oh,
always the best deal.
I think it's just migraine, but
Uh-huh.
okay. So for
So we did send love to
um
their family, but she wonders if there's any messages for his granddaughter Lupita and for Andrea. Yeah.
okay, Andrea, and for Lupita. So it's the Five of
Yeah.
Cups, which is the
Uh,
card around.
yeah.
So the message is he's there and he's with you. They're always with us. They stay with us, and it's okay to feel sad. That's what he's telling you. It's the Five of Cups is all about. I mean, it is the grief card,
Mhm.
and it's okay to see. And it feels at times, and it may feel for you and Lapita that everything is spilled, everything is broken, everything is fragile. We don't have it. I want you to see what I do love about this card is there's almost always some of the cups will be spilled, but there will always be cups that are full, and they may just be a little far away. And as we talked a little bit earlier, we have this river here. So anytime I mean, this is a card in the water suit, but anytime I see water pictured in the card, and it's raining as well, so there's so much emotional energy, and it's okay to be. I volunteer at a grief support shelter for kids and their families regularly for
Mhm.
7 years. It's one of my proudest achievements because I
Wow.
have lost many people in life, and
Mhm. Yeah.
and what we don't talk about in our culture is grief, and we don't talk about we politely avoid it. We don't want to upset people who may be grieving, and sometimes the best thing you can do for someone who's experiencing loss and grieving is to just sit with them and say, I see that it hurts. So Andrea, I see that it hurts for you and Lupita, and your dad sees that it hurts. And it's okay. As I said before, it should hurt. We miss them. We love them, and it's going to hurt. And that's okay to feel it. So he wants you to know that he's with you. He sees that you're grieving, and it's 100% okay. It would be weird if you guys weren't sad or missing him or grieving him. And so just it can feel at times overwhelming, and that's okay. And it will get like water, it will ebb and flow. But he's with you, and he sees you. He sees you're sad, and it's okay to be sad. There will be better. It may take a little while across the river. It may take a little while for things to feel normal again for you and Lupita and the whole family. And it's okay if it feels broken now, or it feels spilled and sad. It should. What do you see, Aley?
I get receptivity. He's saying, I need you to continue to be in, I'm sorry, my tongue is tied, to being receptive to my messages. Yeah. He says, there are times that you miss me, and I'm right around you. I know you can't see me, but I have messages for you all the time. And he's especially wanting Lupita to know that Grandpa is always, or whatever she used to call him, is always around her and loves her dearly. And this almost looks like it's a lotus, but it almost looks like that could be a head with the arms reaching up. It looks so much like that. And look at all the energy around that. It's amazing, amazing energy. I don't know if you're traveling this Christmas season at all. It could be about you traveling. It could be about his travels on the other side. I think he's been very busy doing his work on the other side, and he's learning a lot. But he said, I will come along with you wherever you go and protect you when you travel. So he wants you to know that. And he says, continue to go with the flow. And this is one of my favorite cards. This is something we all need to do. And we need to realize we can't make things. We've been taught, make things happen, make things happen. You can do it. And that's great. But sometimes making things happen involves letting it go and flowing with what happens for the best outcome. Because those things that are, they might look bad originally when we see them, but they lead us to where we need to go. And he wants you to remember that and to go with the flow.
So gratitude, but it's also a candle. So light a candle for him. Remember him. It's okay. Yeah. He'll be with you, especially on the anniversary today. And I'm sure you probably are. And to honor him in the way that feels best, and to remember, light them a candle. Be grateful for the time that we had. Be grateful for that love that we had, that relationship. And he's with you, and it may feel hard right now, but there is a light. There is always, there is a light, and he's part of that light. And the fact that you're asking about him a year late, you're asking about him today speaks to his influence on your life and on Lupita's life, and that light a candle for that as well. That's something to remember.
So she's the only child, and Lupita's the only grandchild. When she went to claim his body in San Antonio, his brother got into a fight with me over his paperwork and estate. He then kicked us out of the house, besides the fact that we were in a different state. So this is what happens when people pass. And there's some kind of a desire to own, like he was closer to me than he was to you, or everything. He wanted me to have everything. And I hate that. It's happened in my own life, and I never thought it would. And so I'm sorry. And I think your father is sorry that his brother acted in such a way.
Yeah. And again, we aren't taught how to grieve. We aren't taught how to live in our emotional lives in a healthy and an engaging way. And particularly men in our culture, and older men, we aren't taught what to do with our emotions, and they come out. And so I'm sure his brother is incredibly sad, and maybe has his own rainbow of emotional issues around the loss of his brother. And unfortunately, you guys took the brunt of it, which is unfair. And it is
Yeah.
And it probably, unfortunately, taints an already sad, it's one of those, like, it's an already sad time. It doesn't need that
Right.
extra stress.
And you just made it worse. Right. Yeah.
He made it worse because he is incapable of dealing with his
Oh.
own things in a healthy way. But
Okay.
you seeking out for guidance from your dad, for yourself, and for Lupita, it is a way of embracing that healthy. And if his brother ever comes around to it, then he does. Good for him. If not, you don't need that. Frankly, you don't need that shit in your
No.
life.
And
That is okay. It's okay to cross that river to a better place, because pardon my French, but fuck that. You don't need that.
Yeah, I know. That's right. And you know what? I understand you've got his Bible. Very good, because that's very personal for people. Yeah. And yet they're just things. And I think you've reconciled yourself to that it isn't your dad. If it was your dad, you would rather have your dad than any of those other things. But I'm sorry, but you're absolutely right. Karma will find its way to your uncle for being the man that he was, for doing that to you. Yeah. It has a way of working that way.
And you also, I know, I hope this isn't small comfort, but beyond the Bible, you also have your memories of him.
That's right.
And so, things get lost, things get broken, things get damaged. And we put too much importance in the things. But remember, like, as that card, light the candle for him. That's valuable to you. And that's but also, I'm really sorry your dad's brother is that person, quite honestly.
I know. And I feel bad about that too.
Yes. Yeah. Let karma his, it's a funny time of year to be reminded of the Christmas Carol and the Marley, Jacob Marley. Let him wear his chains in the next realm, because he will wear his chains.
He will. You're absolutely right. Yep. Much love to you, Andrea. Much love to you and Lupita. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do a collective read for those of you who have hung out here, and we'll see what comes up for everybody. And thank you all for hanging out with us. And so let's see. We'll just do a collective read for the energy or the message we all need to know for now. How about that?
Yeah. I was shuffling one deck, and I'm like, I want to use my kind and lovely deck. So I'm going to do a little quick read shuffle. Because you get a choice. That's what I love about tarot, is you get a choice.
Yes,
you don't have to. No matter what the cards throw up, you don't have to accept that.
That's true.
Just it's a starting point in the spiritual negotiation. She can say, I don't accept those terms. I will operate in my own way.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to throw out 3, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. So I'm going to start. We've got a transformation coming, and I believe that there's a transformation occurring, of course, with the 5D energies that we're moving ourselves into with the collective. We're dealing with a lot of problems, but we are realizing also that we have to stand up and stand together in order to move through the really muddy energy that we're needing to get through. And so it's about time for us to be the rebels that we need to be. And we can do it in a very calm and convincing way. We don't have to be, brutal in that attempt. And I'm seeing more and more of that as well. And it says, I got the receptivity card, and this is making me happy again. We need to be receptive to whatever comes along, realizing that it's all part of the energies that we decided to come into, and that we are making progress. And not to think that we're just sort of trying to, a bucket against the tide, out of the bail a bucket out of a boat and keep doing it and doing it and doing it. That's what it feels like. But we are doing something. We are making progress. Yeah.
So I got very happy when I threw out, this is why I love this deck. So I threw out 8 of Cups. Which, talking about bailing out a bucket from a water, 8 of Cups, look at that. It's moving into the unknown. It is absolutely, it's moving beyond, we're moving into a path, and we don't know where we're going. We're leaving a potentially bad place for a place we don't know. And that's okay. And it may feel like a lot of things. And then to meet that energy of moving into the unknown. And again, like, little dark. There's the moon, so
Mhm.
we can't quite see where we're going. It's a very sliver of a moon. I love to just look at the actual images. And then to meet that, I love this because I've been seeing, online, the light workers online. We're talking about moving out of this, moving into an awakened age, an age of enlightenment, moving into a maternal
Mhm.
age. And so I pulled the Empress and the Queen of Cups. So we are taking this, we're moving into, and this isn't necessarily entirely like women forward, but we are going to embrace a place of being creative, a place of being sensual, connected to the earth, connecting to
Mhm.
the things that are bigger than us. And our Queen of
Mhm.
Cups here, she leads, she is, so we have the ultimate sort of earth mother here. And then we have the most, I think the most nurturing, the kindest, most emotionally aware card in the deck is that Queen of Cups. It is all about the mother that we quite honestly, the spirit, we need Gaia on our side, like this hawk sometimes, but also as the fish, as this bench tending to the gentle garden. We need to lean into, again, more water energy, so much water energy. We need to lean
Mhm.
into our emotional, develop emotional awareness, embrace the power of the feminine emotional awareness, and move into this new place. And it's going to feel like a lot of things, but it feels really good. It will feel very good to, if nothing
Mhm.
else, we see all this water energy being represented to wash away the dirt and the sins of the past and to clean up things from a larger point of view with some real maternal, some powerful feminine, the divine feminine. That's the phrase I was looking for.
That's
This is
it.
talking
That's it.
divine
Yeah.
feminine, and God
Uh-huh.
bless, because my kind, we have
Yep.
done a lot, we have done a number, and we continue to.
Right.
And so even I love that even my little Christmas cactus, I call her Grandmother Oh No. That she is in bloom, and I have propagated her and given her to friends, and
Mhm.
she has bloomed for them as well.
For
So we
them.
need
How
we need
beautiful.
that blooming energy and that
Yeah.
caretaking energy, and care for each other and care for everyone else and care for ourselves ultimately as well.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes,
beautiful, Blaine. Thank
I
you.
love it.
And I'm
Thanks,
hearing
Aley.
that when stuff starts happening, it's going to be fast. That's what I'm hearing. And so, we're going to see this, and crank, 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 but whatever, when it happens, it will happen fast.
Yeah. And it may feel upheavalish and it may feel scary,
Yeah.
and it's okay to not know where we're going, but
No, no,
trust in
yeah,
we have some nice power behind us, hopefully.
we really
So,
do. We really do. And we
Aley,
have
my
this
dear,
community, which is beautiful. Thank you to everybody here.
yes,
Thank
thank
you
you
to the
all.
subscribers and members on both channels. Please go to Blaine's channel and his
So,
website as well, which is wonderful. And yeah, we hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you, Blaine.
yes,
Thank you
thank
very much.
you. No, thank
Uh,
you. I always love being here. I love it.
Thank you, honey. Take care. We'll see you
Bye,
later. Bye
everybody.
bye.